Hello, Team Scully, and happy Friday. A lot going on. I know it's been a little bit since I've done a video, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in with some thanks. Long list of people to thank, but I want to thank our Sunshine Club. The bowling activity was fantastic. Congratulations to Chastity and our Lane 8 crew for taking home the trophy. I want to thank Will Barnett for holding down a school safety summit on Monday at the beginning of this week. Appreciate you, Will, and all the work that you've been doing around safety. And again, welcome Ayla Tucker, our new safety director. Excited to have you on board. I've been working with Nate Fairchild a little bit on all things charter renewal. I want to thank Nate for coming and sharing some training and expertise with our board in a training session earlier this week. And he's also leading our effort supporting Northern Summit Academy and their charter renewal. So, Nate, thank you for all of that. I also want to thank Claudia and our communications team and Sarah Colbeck for the Principal for a Day breakfast. I was in Sacramento, so I was not able to attend, but Claudia, thank you so much for stepping in. And I've heard incredible feedback from our participants. Principal for a Day is always a big opportunity for us to get community leaders into schools to see the amazing things that are happening there. So bummed that I missed it, but thank you to the team for making that happen. I mentioned our board training session earlier this week. Again, I want to thank those that presented. We had Sherry DePauli come in and provide the board an overview of the California School Dashboard. Appreciate her expertise. And then Sarah brought the world of AI and some of the support and resources that we're doing for teachers to the board for them to be able to understand a little bit more about that brave new world. So thank you so much for that. Yesterday, I got to hang out with ECS, Talking Tacos. So thank you for their time. The taco tour will continue to go through all of SCOE. So stay tuned for when I will be in your neck of the woods with some taco goodness. I want to thank everyone who went along with the Aspiring Leaders Journey this year. We jumped into the world of originals with Adam Grant. We put this one to bed last night. So thank you to everyone that helped present, all of our participants. Lauren Stroud, Jill North, you guys killed it last night in the final chapter, chapter 8 of that great book. Great discussions, and look forward to creating a space where in an organization we could give voice to some ways we can get better. I want to thank our fiscal folks. They've been working hard on second interim, whether it's our second interim here at SCOE or supporting districts working with their second interims. Thank you so much to all of our fiscal folks for the work that has been happening there. And Heather Nichols, thank you for your civil rights data collection. The deadline is April 7th, and I just got an email bright and early this morning that our civil rights data collection has been submitted. So that's working with preschool and our juvenile hall and independent study staff and our special education providers. So thank you so much to our data team for the civil rights data collection. And that's a load off of Heather's plate, so we appreciate that getting submitted. What I've been up to lately, I want to just kind of give you where in the world has been Mike Freeman these last couple weeks. I did start the week off with some time with our county soups group. 58 county superintendents converged on the Capitol to talk to everybody from Tony Thurmond, our state superintendent of public instruction, to our representatives and lawmakers. We were able to spend some time with our new Assemblywoman, Heather Hadwig, and our new Senator, Megan Dolly. So we were able to champion the causes of our districts, of our rural communities. We've been able to talk sub relief with AB 1224. We've been talking Williams reform, our foster youth and the insurance premiums that they're facing, rate reform for preschools. So the list goes on and on and on. But we know that California is an amazing place. California is a diverse state, and so our needs are unique. And it was great to be able to spend some time representing and championing those needs for our county. I was also asked this week to kick off Leadership Reading's Education Day, so I was able to spend some time giving folks an overview. Leadership Reading is an amazing thing. Brings folks from all different walks in our community together to learn more about how we can improve our community and the amazing things that are happening in our community. So with Education Day, I was lead off, but I was by no stretch of the imagination the only representative for SCOE as part of that leadership team, or Leadership Reading Education Day. We had Leslie Segura, we had Wendy Hall, Cynthia Evangeli, Maggie Joyce, Jill North, Taliana Ritchie Miller from the planetarium, and we even had Melinda from our West Community Foundation to continue to keep the dream of reopening West alive for Leadership Reading. And Leadership Reading is getting behind the support of West with a gala event happening in October. So we appreciate their help there. Been working with our teams on negotiations. I just want to thank everybody that's been involved in that process, coming together and using that as an opportunity to meet the interests of all involved and try to get better. And on the subject of better, we're having conversations around program planning for 25-26. And again, I just want to thank all of our directors. I want to thank my cabinet team. I want to thank my administrative council team for carving out some time and being intentional and thinking about how we might be able to take steps forward to be better for 25-26 in that planning. So we know that better doesn't just happen. Better requires, there's a cost, there's a price to pay to be better. And I appreciate the commitment of Team SCOE to do just that. So I want to end, and I know that this is a lot, and I apologize, but if you miss some things, catch me in the hall, ask me some questions, or you can just replay this a couple times. But I wanted to talk community schools. Recently, there have been some things in the news. There's been some things from our Board of Supervisors. There's been some public records requests, and so community schools work continues to be a topic that you might see in the news, that you might get asked about. So let's go to Anderson Union High School District. Last week, there was some media coverage about a decision that was made in the Anderson Union High School District. I just want to shout out to our community schools leadership, because they have been working very closely, tirelessly even, with the district to be able to answer any questions that they might have about the current community schools work and the direction that community schools work goes, and the promise that community schools work holds for districts, right? It's a local control thing. Districts develop the plans and assess their needs, and then those plans are aimed at those needs in an effort to, again, help students, help staff, help families, so that learning can happen. So bottom line, the Anderson Union High School District last week did decide to end their agreement with SCOE, and that was in their February 26th meeting. The board voted 4-1 to exit that agreement. So what does that mean? Well, let me start with immediate impact, right? So we have connectors. Ellie, Tyler, and Courtney, thank you for the work that you've been doing in the Anderson Union High School District, working with students, again, working with families, identifying barriers to learning, and doing everything that we possibly can to support families through those things so that learning can happen. What that means is that they're no longer going to be at those sites providing supports to those students, families in Anderson Union High School District. It means that we will close out their program, we'll pay out any existing invoices, and then we're going to send the rest of the funding back to CDE. We're still working out, like, what does that mean? How does that impact the rest of the consortium? Because we know that community schools is a consortium involving many other districts. You can add to, we've had some public records requests on the subject of community schools, and there's even been inquiries and comments made in recent Board of Supervisors meetings around community schools. So let me lay it down for you. Shasta County Office of Education stands behind the work that these good people do. We stand behind the amazing people doing this work. To our leadership team, thank you for the hours of defending, explaining, and supporting this work. It's always been about local control. It's always been aimed at meeting the needs of districts and our impacted staff. So Ellie, Courtney, Tyler, we see you. Your work is valued. Your work is appreciated. To all of our folks involved in this work matters. We stand by it. And what that means is we go where there is work. There is demand for these services. So our impacted staff have been reassigned to places where, again, that impact can continue through the powerful work of our connectors. So I hope that helps. I mean, I can go on and on with all of the other things. There's a lot of things happening, and maybe that'll be next Friday's update. But I just appreciate my team. I stand by it. We have nothing to hide. If you do have questions, if people ask you in the grocery store what we're about, and I hope that you can confidently represent the work. But if you do have questions, please reach out to me. Please reach out to our team members. We have a history of being willing and able to talk to anybody, anytime about kids and about making things better for kids in Shasta County. Kids, not just kids TK12, Renee Menifee and our early childhood services, all kids, 37,000 kids, 0 to 18 in Shasta County. That's the work. We're all about kids. We're about an organization-wide culture of excellence. We're about safety for all. We're about successful programs, and we're about community support, right? So these are the things that we're doing these days. That's a quick update. Again, any questions, reach out to me. But we know this, right? Many of us are wearing shirts, right, that say on the back, anything is possible. So to my team SCOE, we got this. Maybe things might be noisy. We turn on the news and it's like, what is the future of the U.S. Department of Education? Like a lot of different questions. I can assure you that the team is aware of these concerns, of these questions, that our team is working diligently to prepare for our current reality and contingencies looking down the road. That has been our history, and that will be our future. So I hope this helps. Again, I thank you for the time. Apologize, I owe you 12 minutes, but thanks, and remember, Team SCOE, anything is possible.